Welcome back to today's video. We're playing skylines in today's video. We're gonna be building, or at least starting, our suburbs. And so, I first start off by finishing off our train line circle for our cargo train. So this goes around the entire city, and then connects into the interstate network. So this is just finishing off this side. Well, this isn't it for the rail lines. This is the last part of the main system is in our side of our city. I do have a secondary, or not necessarily secondary, but I do have a route planned out that will go along the coast, because I do want to continue building along the coastline as we start to go further out from our city. So that will get used there. But for now, this is all that we got for now in terms of our cargo trains. But just put in a nice little interchange to get all of the trains off. And this is a very busy area because you got the passenger access, the access to the main line, and also now this cargo access. So it's going to be very busy here in terms of trains, but then I got to work on what will be our main road for this little area here. And so I got the outside part, the inside part too. I just combined them all, which they wouldn't even need this big of a road. There isn't really much of any traffic here. It's pretty much just some businesses and a whole bunch of houses and a couple service buildings here. But it's fine. I just want to have the main road just in case, and I might connect it into something else in the future. But first I started with a little in-between area, and then I just did the Brooklands and Queen, the district specialization, and some high-rise residential here, just to fill out this entire area here. And this, I would say, definitely came together pretty well in terms of how I want it. Then I put in the zone just to make sure I got it just how I wanted it. And to finish off this side of the rail line, which is the in-between section between our high-rise and main city and our suburbs, I just put in some little parks and also some small businesses and made sure our train line was up and running and seeing how it was actually working out. And then to start off our suburbs, I just continued our main road. I also concrete off the center of our highway here. Yeah, not a whole much more I have to say about that, but with continuing this main road, it will just pretty much continue down straight with the highway, and then I also just did a big grid pretty much for a whole area here. And because we're very isolated from pretty much everything in the city, I just added in fire and police. So this will give access to stuff for this area of the city, because we're very far from pretty much any service buildings at all in our city. So figured that we put them in. And obviously need schools, because we're also very far from any schools, so I put in a nice little elementary school in. Also some parking. Yeah, and then I was going to put some extra in, but I decided not to. But I like how this school ended up turning out. And especially like how unique it is, just because it is from the Heart Korea DLC. So it is definitely different. And then I also put in some suburbs, or not suburbs, low density residential. And then I also finished off our districts, put a district around this leftover area that wasn't put in. And all the other side of the track, that will be entirely this is another new district for our suburbs. And just did a little bridge over the tracks just to help better make traffic get through here a whole lot better. So I just gridded off the whole thing too, just extended it a little just to bring it out to the bridge here. And then I just put water pipes all throughout the entire area. And then just to give something to bring in a bunch of tourists in here, I added in the Posh Mall. So this will give technically a big shopping place for the people that live here, but also help bring some tourism to this part of the city. And then, like I was talking about with better access, I did add in that pedestrian bridge go over the tracks. Well, we couldn't fit in a road there. Figured to put in a pedestrian bridge, at least have something. And then I did want to make this grid not just a straight square, so I just put up a little part that comes out and just put a little office in there just to bring some more workspace into this area of the city, because obviously people need jobs, and if they don't have jobs then they can't really do anything. And then I also added in some parks and a whole bunch of commercial too in this area. And I also wanted to start to spread out our blocks a bit more and make this less dense, so I just did one huge block in here, and I did put in the paths and stuff inside of it just to give better access across it, but for the most part it's pretty much just some houses on the edge of it and then just big grass area in the middle of it. And then I also left some areas open in our grids here. But yeah, added in water piping, and then I just finished off by finishing up the highway by adding the concrete in the center. But here's the final product. Do hope you enjoyed. If you haven't, make sure to like and subscribe. Do see you next one. Bye!